Hey guys, it's Caitlin. Welcome back to my channel. I have a lot of stuff to show you guys today, so let's just jump right in. We're going to start off with the WIPs, and first up is Hocus Pocus. I got a row finish, and I started on, I think that's the 4th row. So, since I last saw you guys, I completed the last bit of Sarah's arm and the bottom of her dress, or her mid-back, I guess. And I started down on Mary. That's black background is what I'm working with right now. It's just 310, but it's going to get into some reds, and her dress is a little purpley because of the highlights. So, yeah. I'm super excited. I don't know if I'm going to finish this year though, because I'm working on a lot of other things right now, and we'll get more into that later, but I kind of want to get this 4th row done, and I think that is actually something that I can do before the end of this year. If I stitch solely on this, I end up somewhere between 2 and 3 pages a month completed. But that depends on how much time I give it each day, if I do it each day. If I just do weekends, I can probably get like 2 pages, 1.5, depending how confetti heavy it is. But because all of their faces and the skin's done, I'm thinking it's not going to be as many color changes. But there is like a giant pumpkin cat right underneath Winnie, so that might be probably not that crazy, not that confetti heavy, but more than just black and purple and red and green in their dresses. So, Joyful Christmas. I had a staycation 2 weeks ago at this point, where I just stayed home and did whatever I wanted, and it was amazing. And I started off by working on Joyful Christmas. So I do have some stitchy progress. And I made it to the 2nd magazine. So, like I mentioned before, this series is in Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine, and it's across 3 issues. It's the September, November 2012, and January 2013 issues. That's Cross Stitch and Needlework. So, if you can tell, I've finished my snowman. And I started some good progress on the angel. So I'm nearly done with her dress. I just have a little bit more blue to fill in. And then I think I'm going to start working on the bottom of her dress, or the middle. There's like a lot of white, I don't know if you can tell. And she has a lot of cool beads. And then the middle is going to say Noel. And the end over here is going to be Mrs. Claus. So this has been really fun to do. It's really cute, and it makes me really happy whenever I look at it, because all of the beads, I love the beads, and it's just so bright and cheery. And I just leave it on display, kind of, when I walk into my craft room I can see it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I want to work on that again. So it's going back in my little spot that I keep it in. And I'll show you my next update, which is a new start, but it's part of my year of WIPs. And this is the Christmas panel by Laura J. Perrin Designs. I know some of you know her. She's pretty famous for her counted canvas work. And this is what it's going to look like. I picked this up in Vegas when I was there with my husband and his friends last November. So it's very pretty. I didn't make much of a start, but I can tell you that I've had a lot of fun with what I've managed to get done so far, which, as you can see, isn't much. You can see me through it. So I am working on the inner green border. So I've never done counted canvas before in my life. Never worked on canvas. I've never used one of these wood frames with the tacks. I've never stitched in the ditch, which apparently I was like having really hard time figuring out what that was, because the instructions say do a padded stitch in the ditch. Like, it literally read like that. I'm like, what the heck does that mean? So apparently in the ditch is a quilting term, but it also refers to stitching with the fabric, I don't know, like this, so it's flush with the backside, and it has like a little recess or a ditch where you're working. So they said to do this because it's easier to reach around and end long threads. So, ow, I just hit myself. We'll pretend that didn't happen because I don't feel like editing that out. So, anyway, padded stitching, like I was saying, they say you can run it in one really long stitch, or you can do it in sections. So I did it in sections because I was worried this thing is so long, in my opinion, like all the way down, that I didn't want it to be loose, like be able to pluck it. So I just did it in sections of 5, and then you're supposed to do a satin stitch over top of it. So I've never done anything that I just said right now, and it's been super fun for me because I'm teaching myself, which is something I like to do when I'm actually doing it correctly, I think. It looks like the picture anyway, so if you can tell, it's like the satin stitch is what I'm working up, and then there's a padded stitch under it, and that's giving it the raised effect. So I think how most of the counted canvas work pieces work up is you start in the center and work out. But for this one, you're starting with the border and working out, and then you're working on each section of the panel, and it's like split up. And you're working down, and she wants us to do the Christmas tree last. So each of these little sections, like the stocking, that's one section. And then the area where the Christmas tree, the background and all that, is another section. And then I think those are presents and ornaments and candles. That's another section. So essentially there's 5 sections. And you're doing each border, so you start with the inner green, which is like that really thin piece right there, and you work your way out. So it's the inner green, then it's these like candy cane / wavy ribbon border, and then you do the thick green border, then you go to the inside. So hopefully I explained that correctly. But it's been really fun, and this is just, I think, like three hours that took. But the longest part for me was getting the canvas onto this frame, because you have to like whack this wood frame into place. It was, I had to take a hammer because it was like crazy. And then you had to find the center, which you can't exactly fold a piece of canvas in half and then in half again. So I had to take a tape measure and measure length and width, and then find the middle, and then you're supposed to count up 163 stitches, like up, and that's where you start, except then you have to count over even more because you have to find out where to begin and end the thread, and then you have to count down. So it was a lot of counting, and I hope I did it right. But I've been having a really good time with that. Again, only like 3 hours, but I had a lot of fun. And then my last piece, I think, I had a, I have notes this time, so I'm prepared, kind of. Let's see, Cthulhu, yes, so, cat's out the bag. I can share it on Instagram. My friend found out that I was stitching it for her because I forgot she was on Instagram and she was following my account, and I had posted a picture of it, kind of like not that much of it, when I was in the airport getting back from my cruise, because that's what I was working on, and she figured out that was for her. So she's seen where I am already, and I'm kind of disappointed because she doesn't really like it. And this is probably why I won't stitch anything for anyone else anymore, because I don't think their reactions will ever be good enough for me, if that makes sense. I think the only other person I would probably stitch something for is my husband, because he thinks all my stuff that I do is cool, which is great. That's why I married him. But she didn't, her reaction wasn't good. She thought she was getting something else, and she asked me to basically rip out all of Cthulhu and replace them with beads. And that's not going to happen. So she wants beads, so I'm thinking of getting some Star Mill Hill charms from 123 Stitch. I found the ones that I wanted and just kind of adding them in. So I don't really, if she doesn't want it, I mean, that's fine. I can find something else to do with it. But I'm almost 75% done, and I'm not stopping now because I would feel like I'm giving up. Plus, I think it's kind of cute myself, so I'm just going to keep stitching it because it's like a little piece that I can stitch while I'm upstairs just kind of relaxing, and I don't need like a big light. So anyway, last time I think you saw him, I didn't finish his body, like the other half. So I finished, like, I guess 3/4 of his body now. And then there's a giant tentacle of his down here. And there's going to be a matching tentacle on the side. And then I've started the houses, so he's devouring one large house, and that's half the house, and then there's going to be the rest of the house on the 4th quadrant, and another half-eaten house. Like, this one is half-eaten, there's going to be another one right here. So then I was thinking of adding the stars, like, in between, you know, on the side of Cthulhu, so obviously under the words, but above the houses, because I don't know, this is the first variation I would ever do from any pattern that I've ever stitched, so we'll see how it goes. But I don't think it would be that difficult to just randomly place some stars where I think they would look good, so we'll see. Besides that, Pokemon. So as you can see behind me, this is Pokemon. I have not started it yet because on my staycation I was supposed to get my sewing machine out and learn how to use it and make a cover for this, because I promised myself that I want to cover it before I started it because I don't want it to get dusty, because I know it's going to be at least a 10-year project at minimum. So I'm thinking about taking sewing lessons. One of the members of my community posted on our community Facebook page that their mother-in-law is giving sewing lessons in the neighborhood literally next to ours. So I messaged her. It's like $20 for an hour, and one of my friends said that's a good rate, and lessons are usually 2 hours a piece, and she's already come up with a lesson plan. So I think that's what I want to do. But the times that I'm available to do it, she already has another student. So I might try to just sit down, find some good tutorials on YouTube, and see if I can figure it out myself, because I can teach myself. It's just getting the motivation, like, yes, you can do it, and sometimes it's hard, guys. So we'll see. But Pokemon, yes, I have everything for it. Literally everything's kitted up for the first 4th, and it's like, I don't know, 50 pages at least. So I'm sure I'll be fine with that. I just want a cover. And then last but not least on WIPs, technically he's not a WIP yet, it's George, Stitching George Washington. And I was gonna unbox him for you all today. But I don't know, I feel like the video might just be a little too long. But the plan is to start him at the DC Metro Stitchers group, and our next meeting is July 7th. So if you all are local to the DMV, you might want to come stitch with us. We're pretty cool. I think so. Yeah, I think last time I couldn't make it because crazy story, my puppy, we have a puppy, she's 6 months old now, Karen Terrier puppy Callie. She decided to swallow half of a rawhide bone and nearly died. She almost choked to death. I don't know if you know what a dingo is, but it's like this big. It's like a little rawhide bone with little red meat strips in it. And long story short, she decided to swallow half of it, literally. She swallowed something like that big. And I couldn't make it to stitching day in June because I was at the ER with my puppy. So, referring back to my list, I have other WIPs besides cross stitch, and if you guys aren't interested, cool, fast forward, but I'm really excited about this stuff, so I'm just going to show it off here anyway. I don't know how many of you follow me on Instagram. I can link my Instagram down below. It's Kaitlin, Kaitlin, period, just a little dot, white, like the color, dot 15, Kaitlin.white.15, and I posted, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I got Warhammer figures. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with Warhammer, but it's a tabletop game. And basically there's a ton of different armies. I think there's like 5 factions. And in each faction there's several different races. And it's a whole thing. And 12 years ago, literally 12 years ago when I was still in high school, and I was freshly dating my now husband. I think we might have been dating for maybe a little under a year, a little over a year. And he would come and pick me up after school, and he would take me to the local mall. It wasn't really local, it was like 30 minutes away. And he paid for me to take these classes on how to paint these figures. And we were so into it. I think we were just walking around the mall one day and we saw this store, Warhammer, and or Games Workshop, that's what it's called, Games Workshop. It's no longer there. It was in Arundel Mills, which is sad because that was like our spot. So we were walking around the mall, and I always walked by the shop when I was there with my mom at the time, and I just never went in. Well, Michael's like really into little war figures, so he was just like, hey, you want to go look at that? I was like, yes. So we walk in there and we find out like people are painting these things, and they're so detailed and so small and so cool. And not only are these people painting them professionally, they're playing a game with them. And that to us was just awesome. So for a while there, we were really into it. He bought me the paints, he bought me the paintbrushes, a box of figures, and we played a couple games with the staff there. They showed us how. The game is awesome, was awesome at the time. I remember it being so cool, but we were high school kids and this hobby is pretty expensive, and we just didn't have the time or the money. I was still living at home with my mom, and she had just got diagnosed with cancer, so really it wasn't a good situation because he didn't want to paint them, he wanted to play with them, and I didn't really have a good setup to paint them, nor the money, nor the time, or the space, or any of that. So kind of fell off, and then recently, obviously, we got back into it, and they apparently like completely revamped the game. I was playing Warhammer Fantasy, but now, I don't know, the guy was telling me they're way more into it or involved, obviously, than I know, but the staff member was telling me the universe was destroyed, and I don't know, you know how fantasy stuff is. Well, it has like a whole backstory with the armies in the game. So I don't know, a meteorite fell and crushed the world or something, and some species survived, some adapted, some transformed or evolved. So the armies that I have are no longer relevant, and I didn't have that many. I had like one set. I had like a set of 10, and Lord of the Rings, which they no longer do either. I had like a box of 10 or 12. So now they released this brand new army called Idoneth Deepkin, and they're like vampire night elf mix. And if you're interested in the story, you can look them up because I'm not going to talk about it here. But they're really freaking cool, and they live under the sea, and they're awesome. And basically they're born without souls. So they started to have children, and their children were dying really young, and they were like, why is this happening? And they find out that it's because they're born without souls. So they come to the surface to steal the souls of the living, and it's like so cool and creepy, and I love it. But anyway, so my husband got me this set, and then he got me all the paints to do it. However, I am missing some paints, so I'm freaking out, and that's causing me to not want to continue because I know I'm missing the paints. The shop was out of it, and plus I forgot to write down some that I need. I need like a lot of paint, guys, and it's like crazy. Like I said, this hobby is pretty expensive, so kick me for getting another expensive hobby interest. But I primed them, I primed all the guys, and I started with the base coat of their skin. So here's one, just so you can see the scale of how tiny this guy is. And obviously he's nowhere close to being done. But he's pretty little, and they're all, so you build them. They come as like a sheet of plastic. I don't know if you've ever seen like model toy car kits, but you clip out each part. So like this guy, I had to cut out his bow and both arms and his back with the arrows and his torso and one leg and the head, and then I had to piece them all together and glue them together and let them sit and then prime them. And every single one of these guys are customizable. So you get an instruction booklet and it tells you basically how to build them, but then it gives you variations. So you can go with, you know, part X or part Y, so he's standing a little bit different, or he's holding his bow and arrow a little bit different, or he's like jumping off a piece of coral, or he has a little eel next to him like that's helping him fight. So I obviously have leftover pieces. Actually, I can show you guys because I think it's still in this box. But this is awesome and I love it so much. Yeah, so it comes like this. There's 2 sets here, but you can see like I still have leftover pieces that I didn't use because they're customizable. So here's like a bow. There's a arm with a knife in it. Lots of hands left. Lots of knives left. I used all the heads, obviously. But there's like, here's a hand that's not holding anything. You can tell. I don't know if that's focusing. But yeah. So you can see they're super tiny, and you cut them all out with these special pliers, I guess. They're not exactly scissors, they're like cutters. And then you have special plastic glue, you glue them together, you prime them, then you paint them. There's like a series of YouTube videos out there. There's also guidebooks. I downloaded the app. There's a hardback book that shows you the different, there's like factions within factions. So these guys, there's like several different tribes. I'll call them tribes. So you can see there's 2 of the color schemes on the back of this box. One is more green and one's more blue based. And I want to go with the more green because I think that's very pretty. So there's YouTube videos on it. There's a book, like I said. There's an app, which is awesome. And I'm missing the next set of colors for this. And I think I only have 4.5 more out of 10 to finish base coating with the skin color. Because you base coat and then you shade and then you do layers and highlights and technical. It's like a lot. It's a lot. But I like this kind of stuff. And funny story to tack onto this, to paint these guys, because they're very, very small. I wanted something like the mag eyes you see everybody wearing for cross stitch, that has like the strap that goes around your head and the big magnifying glasses that come out so you can see what you're doing. But I wanted it for painting. But I wanted a light too, because I'm just like, I need to see what I'm doing because it's so small. I can't, an overhead light isn't really going to give me the detail I need on something that tiny. So I was looking on Amazon to see what I could find, and I found these guys. And I know I look like a complete nerd. I can't see anybody. But just so you know, you can wear them functionally if you are a glasses wearer. And this is with the, this isn't the head strap. I've been told, or I heard, that the strap around the head is more comfortable. But I can wear this, it's pretty comfortable. And there's a light that comes on here, and I can angle it however I need, and the magnification, these lenses are removable. So I think there's like, it comes with a case of 5 different magnification lenses, so each one is more and more and more. But I bought this, and I swear to you, literally the next day I saw them on Instagram. Letitia from Crafty Curator, she got them, and then it started like a whole spiral, and I wasn't going to show anybody these because I think that I look like such a nerd. My husband said that I look crazy, and I believe him because I can't see myself with them on because it's like glasses plus magnification. Anyway, I just thought it was so hilarious that I bought them, and then literally the next day I see them everywhere. I knew nothing about them before. I saw them on Amazon, and then it was like everybody snapped them up for cross stitch. So yeah, it's versatile, obviously. And they are kind of top heavy, but they're not too bad. And I really like that you can adjust the lighting. So when you turn the light on, you can adjust where it shines down. And I really like that a lot. So that's my story about that. Referring back to my list, garden. Okay, so I think I told you guys that I was starting a garden, and I've always wanted a garden, and I have one this year. I'm so excited. The biggest garden I've ever had was when I was in my previous house, and it was just one little box. I could only fit 2 cherry tomato plants in there, and they grew like crazy, and I loved it. But now I have a legit garden, and I have 3 cucumber plants, 4 pepper plants, 10 peas, 8 edamame, they're soybeans, and 5 different tomato plants, and they're doing so well. But I don't know if you guys know what a cutworm is. Apparently I had them, and they came out and they cut off the tops of all my peas and edamame, because apparently they like young saplings or young seedlings, not saplings, they're not trees, young seedlings, because I planted them from seeds. And first garden, so trial by error, I didn't put plant colors around them, which you were supposed to do apparently, and I didn't put a specific kind of earth to deter these kinds of worms from getting to my plants. So like at least 50% of those guys are dead. But I now have a bird problem, and for whatever reason, this has never happened to me since I've been growing tomatoes. I used to grow them with my mom, and just tomatoes and cucumbers and strawberries. I've never had a bird problem. Well, now where we live, for whatever reason, I don't know if somebody's backyard, like in our connected backyards, has like a bird feeder, but I swear they live over here, and there's like a whole pack. They've been eating my tomatoes, like not eating all of it, but pecking it, splitting it open. Some of the chunks of the tomatoes are taking it out. You'll see them like on the ground, kind of rolled away, and then breaking them open. That attracts like ants. So the ants were in there today eating out the middle of the tomato. So we got an owl scarecrow, and it's like this plastic owl, and it's motion sensitive, so it hoots when it senses motion and it lights up. I don't know how well that's going, because I went out there just now and something got to 2 of my tomato plants. I don't know if one was kind of like split, and I don't know if that was from a beak or because we've been getting like the most rain ever in my life. Like, there's so much rain here lately. It's been raining basically every day for the past month. It's been crazy. So if tomatoes get too much water, they split. Well, my cherry tomato, one of them was split, and another one, I'm pretty sure a bird got to that one, but I just don't know when, because the center was eaten out and there was like ants everywhere. But I'm really excited, so I hope I'll get a lot of tomatoes. It seems like I have a ton of tomatoes, but they're all still mostly green. And I got like, I don't know, like 8 cucumbers, so I'm super excited. And I had a green pepper, but when I touched it, it fell off. Whatever, it was only like this big. But I have an orange pepper. My orange pepper is like this big, but he's not orange yet, so he's not ready. And then I'm growing gypsy peppers, and I have like 8 gypsy peppers right now in this one plant. And then banana peppers, and I have 2 super long banana peppers, but I don't think they're ready because they look still kind of like not the right yellow-green. But for all of you garden enthusiasts out there, if you want to share tips with me on how to keep the birds away or what to do next year, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate it because I've been on all of the gardening Facebook groups trying to figure out what is going on with my garden because nature is crazy. List. Next. Oh, so this is kind of like not even relevant. I'm just in story mode today. We had a mouse in our house and he was in between the wall of my craft room. And I don't know how he got in, but we got him, and this never happened to me before, and I felt so bad afterwards because he was like really cute, but freaked me out because I thought it was the damn birds. The birds outside. I thought a bird had flown into the house because on our community Facebook pages, there's a lot, like a weirdly bizarre amount of people who comment that they found a bird in their house or a bird is like in their vent inside their bathroom and it died. So I was freaking out thinking this bird's in the wall and he's gonna die and smell up my craft room. How do we get him out? Because he's clearly in between the walls, but we found out it was a mouse because we heard it squeak. That was, my husband's just like, let's cut a hole in the wall and throw some poison in there. I'm like, you're not cutting a hole in my craft room wall and throwing poison in there because we have little dogs, one that almost just choked to death and cost us $2,500 out of nowhere. So yeah, that was crazy. I've never had a mouse in my house and it was sad and crazy and I was freaking out, and being a homeowner, like a legit single family homeowner is a lot, guys. There's like a lot that happens that you think would never happen and it does. So now you know. Diamond painting. Okay, so I don't have any updates on my diamond painting. Thank you though to Stitcherista Danielle. Thank you so much for shouting me out. She found my channel, which was so cool. She found my Facebook page, the Hade Heaven and Earth Designs Diamond Painting Facebook group. I'll link it down below so you can check it out if you're interested. And she watched all my videos and then she joined the group and she went down the rabbit hole as well. It looks like she's ordered a ton of diamond paintings and she's already finished one, and she ordered all the supplies for her Heaven and Earth design diamond painting, and she ordered like a special table for it. I was watching some of her videos, like she just went all out, just right into it, which is kind of like me. When I get into something, I want everything. I want the best. I want all the extra bits and pieces. I want the whole 9 yards. Give it to me all so I can do it correctly. So she's doing it correctly. She has like a drafting table. She has a special area for it. She's so funny. She's actually part of the DC Metro Stitchers, and I missed her. She came last month in June, and she was there, and I missed her, and I wanted to talk to her about diamond painting, but maybe July, so 2 weeks from now, maybe I'll see her then. So yeah, I haven't worked on mine. My diamond painting table right now is covered with my Warhammer figures and paint because I think I'm gonna actually paint them this weekend and get the skin done, and then get my husband to go take me to get the rest of the paints that I need so I can feel like I can continue painting. But I do have more kits. Actually, they're in the corner of my craft room. It's a pack of 4 and they're like the mosaic Disney really long wall hanging panels. So I think I have a Toy Story one, a Winnie the Pooh one that I wanted to do for my mother-in-law because she really likes Pooh. I got a Monsters Inc. one, and then I got a Jack Skellington one. And I have not opened them yet, and then I have a bunch in my little crafty kind of hideaway closet right here. It's not really a closet, but I think I have like 3 or 4 kits in there. It's like Totoro, a dragon, Warhammer, dragons. There's Deathwing and all the dragon aspects. I I think that's all I have for that. Video games, so I told you, and I'm just going down the list, and after this, y'all, I'm getting to my haul, because there's like a lot of haul, and it's all stitchy, I think. Yeah, it's all stitchy, and there's just like a lot. So maybe I'll save my video games for later so you all can see more stuff, because I feel like I need more cross stitch. So alright, I placed an order with Stone Creek, not one but two, and one order is on the way, but I have one order here, and you can see I kind of peeked in there, but I didn't open it all the way up because I'm just like, I'll just open it up on my video, and maybe it will be a while before I film one and I'll forget what I ordered, which I kind of did forget what I ordered, so let's see. I know I ordered some good goodies. I like this pink paper. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's like a lot in here. I ordered a lot. Look at this. Oh, they got a bookmark. That's cute. Okay, so Year of WIPs. You all know that I'm doing, or I've posted it, I think I've showed y'all, that I'm doing the Scary Night Halloween pattern of the month from 2017. So this is just the very last one. Oh, there's like a lot. Okay, I'm like looking at this because I really did forget what I ordered. There's like a lot of other stuff in here. What is going on? I don't even know. Okay. Maybe I should open this first before I filmed, because now I'm just wondering what this stuff is for. Okay, I remember. Alright, so I got the pattern in here. Stony Creek does a really good job packaging. So, pattern, this is what it's going to look like. I already got the little ghosty at the top here. I'm going to make it into a wall hang. Got the fabric. I got all of the bead packs. And I got all the specialty thread. So it's like DMC, Coloris, and there's like some Krynic, and so I actually almost started this instead of the Christmas panel. But the Christmas panel, I don't know why, I'm just like, oh, look at all this. It went out. Plus, I don't think I had the very last pattern at the time, but this is the very last one in the series. It's the bottom. So I finally, because I missed this freebie the month that it came out, so I just bought it $3.95. And then they're actually doing a new, this year, 2018, pattern of the month, also Halloween, and I just can't resist anything Halloween, and they sent me a little bookmark of it. But here's another Halloween themed one, and yes, apparently I got the fabric for it, which I didn't think I got the fabric for it, but I got the fabric for it, and I got the specialty floss, and I got, oh my gosh, look how cute these are. I got the little buttons and stuff. Oh my god. Okay, this is like really cute. I'm freaking out. Alright. So here are a little spider and a moon. And I'm saying that that definitely goes on. I want to say it goes on this, but I could be wrong. I think it might go on Scary Night. There's a mouse. I don't know what this goes on, guys. Oh, yes, I do. See, I should have opened this prior to this video. I ordered other patterns, and this actually goes on another pattern. But I'll just show this to you all now. So, a cute little spider. Then I got some bats, and from what I understand, these are all handmade buttons that Stony Creek does or sells out of clay, and they're really cute. So each one is, you know, pretty individual, and no two, I guess, are the same. I got some stars here. They're so cute and tiny. I love tiny stuff. I love very tiny detailed stuff. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Maybe, you know, the Warhammer figures, beading, cross stitching, super huge projects. And here, oh my god, there's like a mouse in here. Oh, he's so cute. And he has a little thread tail. Okay, that is really cute. I don't know if you could see that. Look. Can you see his little thread tail? Please tell me. I think I can see it. Oh my god. I like that a lot. And this one, this is the pack for the first month of the ingredient, Horrific Halloween. I guess that's what this one's called. The Horrific Halloween banner. And I want to say they had, yeah, I think I got the first two because it came out May, June, and then July. So yeah, this is May. Oh, that's right. June's on its way, so I don't have June yet, but this is May. See, I should have, whatever. Y'all are just getting excited with me, I guess, because it's like I literally forgot what I ordered, and now I know. So, all these cute buttons. The first month, because I am going to do this as a bell pull as well, and I ordered the fabric and the spooky guy at the top and the cauldron. So we have that, we have this. I'm trying to make an organized pile. We'll see, it probably is not going to work out well. Alright. So then, some threads here. This is the fabric for it. And this is Vintage Stormy Night Lugana 28 count. And this is what the Horrific Halloween banner is going to be done on. So it's like a really pretty gray that has some mottled kind of light blue. It looks almost like a blue, but I guess it's just really a darker gray. So this is going to be my bell pull. Yep, that seems right. And I'll probably do this on scroll frames. Just make it somewhat easier. It's so soft. I love the feel of linen. So we got some fun fabric, and then I got some specialty floss here. I think this is, it says it's E940, so I'm assuming this is the, I guess it's not the electric, you know, the one that has kind of like this sparkly thread throughout. It's Moulin. I don't know if I'm butchering that, probably. It's nothing special, it's just like a white. I guess it's a little bit softer than regular DMC. And then we have Coloris, which is DMC's variegated thread, and that's for one of the projects. Then we have some Weeks Dye Works for, again, another one of the patterns that I bought. And there's like a theme here. It's all spooky Halloween related. I'm just a little bit obsessed with Halloween and scary stuff. Then, oh, look how cute he is. So this is my bell pull hanger. Look how cute. I love him. He's like, I don't want to say he's cooking because he's a ghost. He's just kind of being spooky over the cauldron. Because it's they're ingredients to make this spooky brew. That's what the pattern is. What are we making? We don't know what we're making. It's spooky though. You can see the ghost. He's coming out of the cauldron right here. So I love Stony Creek. I just love how cute some of their patterns can be. I just find it like very whimsical, and I like that. Oh, here's the one Christmas thing I got. Okay. So I saw this. I don't know. I was just feeling very like spendy, and this is so cute. I just got the, I'm like 98% sure I just got this pattern and nothing else to go with it. But look how cute. It's like two snowmen in a winter village, and this is called Best Time. And Stony Creek leaflet $3.99. It was only $8.95, I think. I don't think there was a sale, but Best Time. And I just think that's so sweet. I love that. I love their Christmas and Halloween patterns. I really do. And then let's get to the good stuff, the Halloween stuff. Oh, it makes me so happy. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, there's another Christmas thing. Okay. I'll show you this Christmas thing too. And then we can do the Halloweens. So this one is 12 Days of Christmas. I just think, I don't know, I like the idea of the 12 Days of Christmas patterns. And I don't really see that many that I would like to stitch, but I think this is kind of my aesthetic, and I do like this. And you can also do them individually, but when I do it, I'm going to do it all in one like this. And I think Stony Creek patterns, they usually turn out better than the picture, especially if they're older. I think this is an older one, but this is a booklet, and it's called The 12 Days of Christmas with Ornaments. Okay, Halloween for real, guys. Alright, we got Fright Night, which I've been eyeing this one since last year. I think they just released this one last year. So this one's called Fright Night Friends, and it's another bell pull. I don't know what it is about bell pulls, but apparently I'm going to have a lot, and I love that. I love Frankenstein at the bottom. So I think what some of the beads that I got, or the buttons, they go to this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here's a spider. I want to say there's more, but there's like, you can tell this is a button. Right there. That guy's a button for sure. But look how cute Frank is. I love him. For sure, for sure. I don't know, I just like their faces. They're like so, you know, their smiles are just squiggly and they just look super cute. So we got Fright Night Friends. Then we have Happy Booze to You, and this is really stinking cute as well. A bunch of ghosties standing on a pumpkin. So cute. I think when I saw this, I was just imagining Halloween in my neighborhood. We got so many kids moving to the single family house last year. So many. And I was just so pumped about Halloween. But I can totally picture this just kind of sitting in my entryway when you walk through the front door. And I just think that would be really cute. And I love it. We also got Halloween Time. And I got this for 2 out of 3. Actually, let me take that back. I got this for 3 patterns on here. So this is Halloween Time, and I got it for this cute little crazy looking cat here. He looks pretty crazy, but I love it. It's like a crazy cute. Welcome you, pumpkins, witches, and me too. What does it say? Crows and cats and lots of bats. Welcome you, pumpkins, witches, and me too. That's cute. That's so cute. I love Stony Creek because it's like kind of nostalgic, but it's still, I feel like the artwork and the patterns are still relevant. And then I got it for this witch, the mummy, and the cat friend. Come on in and unwind a little. How cute is that? I like that a lot. And then I really like this bell pull over here, the trick or treat. It's just kind of simple, but where am I going? See, I'm so not used to this. Look, I was right. I was right. This trick or treat bell pull. I like that. It's just very simple, and I don't think it would take that long of time. And then there's some ornaments in here. There's that ghost ornament is pretty cute. The one that's right here. He's pretty cute. And I mean, like the Halloween candy corn pumpkin guy. I don't know. That's alright, but it's in here. So, last but not least from Stony Creek, I got Stitching by the Light of the Moon. And I like this because the ghosts are like hauling the moon down from the sky. And it says, on Halloween night we'll giggle with fright and stitch by the light of the moon. That's really cute. And the buttons, some of the buttons that I got, they go on this one as well. You can tell these two are buttons. And then there's another orange button here. And I think there's one more, a purple one. And I think that's another button, that bat. So, I don't know, I feel like buttons can make, or beads can make a project sometimes. It just gives it an extra dimension and something kind of sparkly to catch the light. And that's all I got from Stony Creek. But I do have more haul. It's a lot, guys. Told you, it's a lot. So get your stitching and just be prepared to open up your pocketbooks and buy some of the stuff yourself, probably. Because that's what I usually do. So this bag, let me not show my address. This bag package is filled with needle minders from Needle Attractions on Facebook. And I think she's taking a break right now, but she should be back July 4th, and I still have 2 orders out with her that she's going to send me, so don't tell the husband. But this is what I got in here. I ran out of space on my board of fun, my wall of fun. I need more magnet boards and I need more pin boards because I ran out of cork and I ran out of magnets, so that's coming. First up, I got this whole series, so I don't know if they're all in here or if they're on my board yet, but the Mickey Mouse ears for all of the villains. This is the Queen of Hearts, and then I think this unicorn was just a freebie. We got, these are the currency from Harry Potter. So we have the Galilean, I think that's the nut, and I forget, I said sickle, Galilean sickle nut. So all the Harry Potter currency. Then this is another little freebie. I think this is one of the Shopkins. So she gave me a little freebie, a Shopkins freebie. And I thought this, some of these are really random, guys, but I am also very random. So we have a Jurassic Park cup, and I think that's really cute. We have, I don't know how many of you have seen the new kind of style needle minders with the televisions, but I got like a lot of them. So I think some are still on order, but we have I Dream of Jeannie as a TV. And then we have a Lucky Cat because I love Lucky Cats. And we have, I got actually one of these is from my friend. I've been telling her I have her and I just haven't taken it to work. But one of these Farm Fresh eggs are for her, and then I got Garfield, but I just thought that little Farm Fresh egg minder was really cute. So one of those for her. We have Disneyland posters to inspire me while I stitch for my upcoming Disney trip in August. So we have Tower of Terror, Fantasyland, and Space Mountain, because let's face it, Space Mountain is probably one of the best, if not the best, roller coaster in Disney. So those are some really cool posters. And again, these are all from Needle Attractions on Facebook. I have a lot. Yeah, I could run out of board space quickly. This was a little freebie as well, a little Easter basket with chicks in it. And I think that her backs are also really cute because she puts these little buttons as her back and they just say handmade with love. We got Totoro. I love me some Totoro. 4th of July dress Totoro, and we have a swag bag cat. So cute. I love it. And then, because you know I cannot resist anything Hocus Pocus, especially while I am stitching my ladies, these might have to make an appearance on my fabric just to hold down the fort. I got all of these lovely ladies, Mary, Winnie, and Sarah. And I saw these a couple years ago, but they sold out really fast, so she had them and I was just like, alright, I'm doing it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And here's some more of my TVs, and I know I have more coming, so this is the Addams Family and the Flintstones. And really these are so cute in person, guys. There's like so many TVs now with the retro TV shows. And then I have a green pair like this, but I have a yellow geisha. Scissors, because who can resist? Sometimes Kim will get in really cute scissors and they'll go really fast. But I got a pair of those. And you've got a green pair. I think I might have gotten black. That's all in this bag actually, guys. That's pretty good. So that's one. I have 2 more packages coming. Because I have a needle minder addiction. Moving on. I made a purchase from my Russian website, the website that I cannot pronounce. Starts with an M. I'll link it down below. Hopefully I remember. I think I will. If I don't, just drop me a comment and I'll link it. So I made a purchase from Russia, and this was back, I think, around Easter. And it like just got here last week. So I opened them all, and yes, all the instructions are in English. There's an English version except for one, but one's okay, I can translate that. But I got these really awesome cross-stitch bead eggs, and I have been eyeing these guys for the longest time because you cannot find them in the States at all. You have to buy them, as far as I'm aware, from Russia or the Ukraine, wherever this is located. And I do subscribe to a few Russian floss tubers, so I really like when they show me their haul, because and they link where they got stuff, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that. So I'm going to open up this one just to show you what the kits come with, because they all come with this, all the ones that I ordered. So we have the instructions, and then you have a wooden egg for all of them. And what you do first is you do the cross stitch, and it comes with all of the thread in this little kit. So and it comes with a needle. So you cross stitch the design first, and then you I think you have to sew it down to finish the edges, and then you start working on the beads, and they give you the I think it's like a very thin wire, I think, to start working the beads on. Yeah, it's like a very thin. Anyway, you get your beads, because some of the cross stitch pattern has beads on it. Yeah, there's just like one or two in the center of the flower. You can see that a little bit closer. And then you just work the beads up, and once you fit the cross stitch piece around the egg, you start to bead on it from there, because you want to make sure that the center fits, and you want to enclose the wood egg with the beads. So the instructions, they're not that long. They seem pretty reasonable. I don't know, because I haven't tried it yet. But clearly I like to try a lot of new things. So I am also a very compulsive buyer. But to be fair, I've known about these for a while. And then the bug just hit me one day, and I was just like, buy everything right now. So I did. And we got this. So there's a lot more that I want that I couldn't find on the website. Basically, I just emailed them. They have a Facebook page, and I was like, look, I want all your eggs. Can you please? I like took screenshots of some pictures on Google of these eggs, and I was like, look, I want all of them that you have, even the ones that I didn't link to you. Can you help me find them? And they did. They sent me a link to all of them, and I bought all the ones that they had, and then I went back and tried to look through their website to see if they had more, and I couldn't find any more. So that's one. And I think this is the one that doesn't have instructions in English. But this one is fully beaded, so there is no fabric. It's just a fully beaded egg. And see, this is such a temptation. They show other designs on the back, and I really like this one right here, but of course they didn't have it. They did have this rooster though. I think last year was the year of the rooster, if I'm right. I could be completely wrong, I don't even know. But they have that one, and I wasn't feeling that one. Then we have this beautiful one. And again, this one on the back is like calling to me, this pink one. But I did get this one. I have this one. But look at that. It's like they tease you. They're like, look at what else we have. You should buy it. And I'm just like, yeah, I should buy that. Give it to me now. And then here's another really pretty one. I think this is called Cappuccino. And I got both of these on the back. I was able to find. Then we got, yeah, here's the last one. And then I got the blue one, but not the red one. So that is my haul from Russia. Oh no, I got one more! I got one more! See, look, this is why I have to make these videos and talk to you guys, because it's like a surprise when you go through your haul and you've collected so much you forget what you got. Look how pretty this one is. I love it. And this one, they sent the wood egg separately, because obviously this was a kit, so it was really nice. They included it. It's all sealed, so I guess the way that they sell it in Russia is just separately, but yeah, they sent me a wood egg for this one too, so I thought that was really cool of them. And all the beads and everything are in here. The instructions are in English. I can see through it, but again, with the temptation, look at these 3 eggs. I don't really care for the chick, but look at the other 3 eggs. I want those. I really want those. I just imagine having like a bowl on my dining room table and it's filled with beaded cross-stitched eggs. Kind of like Fabergé, but less expensive and maybe cooler because I did it, you know? Anyway. Oh, okay. More haul from 123 Stitch because I ran out of beads for Joyful Christmas, so I had to get more. I don't know how many of you have seen Glendon Place's new series. It is called Spooktown Square, and it's a series of 4, so he's released parts 1 and 2 so far, and I got them both. Of course I did. Look at that. I love it. 1, that's the center of the design. And then we got the first 4 squares here. And how it all stitches up, it's going to look like this. So cool. I chose some specific hashtags to search on Instagram, and I saw a couple people already working on this, and it looks so cool. So cool. I love Glendon Place. But this one, we have the jail, the barbershop, hardware store, and mystery meats. So cool. I love that. And all of them, there's a library, a sin, like S-I-N, not C-I-N, cinema, ghoul school, local pub and grub, barbershop, mystery meats, hardware store, Poltergeist Pokey, mortuary, creepy confections, blood bank, and the fire department. So cool. So cool. Now I really want to get this up because I didn't get this one up. I wonder if there's beads. I feel like there has to be beads, right? Please let there be beads. I love beads. I love beads. Yes, I do. I love beads, and you should too. I don't know, I'm in like a rare mood tonight, guys. Anyway, alright, so you know that I've graduated from college officially, walked across stage, got my degree. So my mother-in-law got me a little cross-stitch kit, and I think it's because she likes lighthouses, and this was very nice of her. Very nice. It's beautiful. My mom used to love lighthouses. I remember for our last Christmas together, I got her, I think it was only like 17, I got her a lighthouse teapot set, and it was awesome because she was really into tea. I wonder why I'm into tea. So I got her this really, really cool lighthouse, and I remember buying it with one of my first working job paycheck, and I just felt like really proud. It was gorgeous. So this does remind me of my mom. And I know there's several of you out there who've been working on this or who have already done this. So this is the Dimensions Lighthouse kit. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm really appreciative. She knows what I like, and she is one of the few people who actually know what to get me when it comes to presents, and that's really cool of her. I really appreciate her for doing that. I love stitchy mail, so it was awesome when this came in the mail. It was just really nice to open it. So Amy, if you're watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know that her and my brother-in-law watched my channel, so hi Eric. You're probably watching this right now. Well, if you hear this, obviously. Alright. I'm almost done, I promise. And I don't know, I'll probably skip the video game talk this time because it's probably like really long. Alright. So, I bought some stuff, more stuff, and I don't know how many of you No, Shannon Christine Designs. She creates really amazing cross stitch patterns that are like blinged to the nines. So many beads. I love her aesthetic. I love, love, love all of her patterns. One of my Year of WIPs projects that I haven't started yet, but I kitted up, is one of her Christmas ladies. A ton of beads. So she designed a mermaid sal, mermaid stitch along, and at first I was kind of turned off by it because of the price. And I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more progress because, you know, these sals are just like a dime a dozen nowadays, and everybody comes out with these sals, and I can't, if I'm gonna do a sal, knowing me, I probably really won't keep up with it monthly. So I'm more about the finished piece, I think, and how it would look as a finished piece, and not just finishing one block or two block, you know, every a month here, a month there. So anyway, I got her mermaid sal, and I got all the stuff to go with it. Watch there not be a picture in here. There's not, is there? Well, I'll show you what else I can. So I'll link a picture of it down below so you can see it. And I got this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fabric from Fiberlicious. Like I said, the price initially was a turn off because I think for the fabric and the pattern and the beads, the total was like close to $200. So I was like really just not feeling it. But then as the months went by, her stuff, as per usual, was turning out to be gorgeous. So I got this fabric from Fiberlicious. Look at that. I love the gradient. It goes from a nice light ocean blue to, like, you can tell you're getting deeper in the ocean, right? To this pretty dark blue. And it's opalescent. So even more sparkly. It's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So that is what I am doing this pattern on. And again, I almost picked up this one instead of the Christmas panel too, because I've been dying to start this one. I think I think it's really calling me. Like, I think for real, guys, this might happen. So I got the fabric, and then I got all of the beads to go with it, and I think it's just, and Krynic, I got the Krynic too, and the rest is just called 4 threads, it's just CMC. So I got that, and then here is, and then I got some specialty beading thread, so I don't have to change colors to match, it's just supposed to go on there clear. So we have 3 spools of gold, a pretty green and a blue. That's all the Krynic that this calls for. And then I have all of these lovely beads. And I will say that Fiberlicious did a really good job of packaging the supplies. They're pretty cute. So I got all of the beads in this cute little bag here. It's like, kind of reminds me of the stuff that I get from Japan with my personal shopper. So we have all of these beads, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And on the sal group that I'm a part of, some people have said that they ordered from her and they ran out of, you know, these gold beads, because to be fair, there's a lot in the pattern. There's a lot. But she just sends them for free. If you run out and you say something, she'll just send you the ones that you're missing. She'll send you some more. But there's a good amount in here, so I think I should be safe. But we got, look at these pearls. How pretty. There's just a lot of gorgeous, gorgeous beads and treasures in this mermaid sal. And what it is there's a mermaid for each month. So it focuses on the birthstone of that month. So Diamond is gorgeous. They just released June. I think that's Emerald. And there's just so much bling. It's kind of crazy. Got a little bit of blue there. And I've seen these. These are the bugle beads in Diamond's crown. They're just really great beads. I'm going to skip some of these and show you the more cooler ones. Lots of Swarovski crystals here. We have some, I think that's for diamond, and we have blue. Then we have some green bicones, some dark green, it looks like, and what else do we got? Ooh, we got some square ones. That's a cool one. If you guys can see that. There's just a ton. Purple. So they're all pretty much the same, you know, the bicones, they have the same cool shape, and just a ton of really tiny beads. And I'm super excited. Now that I'm holding them, I wanna put this on the frame now and start it. So we'll see what happens, because this is not on my year of WIPs plan, and I think I've been pretty good, guys, about going just of what I said I was going to do on the Soulful Stitching group. So I might have to deviate. I don't know, but this one is really calling to me. I really, really, really love this. And like I said, I'll link a picture, or I'll link the sal below so you all can go and check it out, see what I'm talking about. I'm sorry I don't have a picture, but the pattern, it's pretty cool how it starts off. There's like a background story, but there's nothing I can show. It's actually the chart, so I'm not gonna do that. But I think it started in February, so February, March, April, May, June, and July we should be getting here in the next couple of weeks. This might happen. What is going on here? Okay. Sorry, I thought it spilled water or something. Okay, I didn't. We're good. And then what else do I have? Okay. I'll have to do that in another video. But last part of my haul that I'm sharing is a bunch of patterns that I just went Etsy crazy and bought. Brooke's books. I love her too. Like, her designs are right up my alley as well. And she just released the Neverland series. This is brand new, so if you guys haven't seen it, get over there and buy it while it's on sale. I think I just got it for 55% off, and now it's at 50% off. So she's doing these as ornaments, and I'm contemplating stitching this on fabric. And then I emailed her about it, and she's actually so nice. She told me how I can just kind of stitch the little raised pieces on perforated paper and then tack it on like you would perforated paper to the fabric, but I need some help figuring out what fabric size I would need and how to space the characters if I were to do it that way. But it's a series of 14, so far she's released Peter Pan, so cool, and we have Wendy, and she plans to do 14 total, so 12 more. So there's Captain Hook, who I'm super excited about, the Crocodile, all of Wendy's brothers, there's Nana, I'm so excited about Nana, and just Tinkerbell, Tiger Lily, I think, just like all the main good ones she's going to release, so I'm really excited about that. And I've been really eyeing her mermaid series because that is cute. And if you haven't seen that, please go check that out. I think that's going to be my next downfall, is that mermaid Sal, because it's really cute. She has Ariel's father so far, the king, Ariel, and then the mermaid, so like the grandmother, Ariel's grandmother, and she is sassy. Like, she has her nails done, she has a pearl ring on, her fin is decorated with pearls. It's good. And she uses beads too, and I love that. And then I just went on like a random buying spree because I've been eyeing these charts for a while. So I think this is the shop's name, but I'm not sure, and I'll try to remember to link it down below. I think it's Anastasia Zootaki, but the next 3 patterns I bought from her, and I like really am into samplers for some reason right now. even though I've never done one. This Christmas panel is going to be my first one. So we have the strawberry jam sampler, and I think I'm going to do it on gingham fabric just like this because I just think that's so cute. So cute. I love it. And there's a couple beads, and it looks like just real, it looks very little. Like if you go to her Etsy, you can see it's a tiny little sampler. So I feel like it would stitch up pretty quickly, but there's a lot of specialty stitches in it. And there are some beads. So I'll show that one more time. And then, I forget who I was watching. Please forgive me. I know you bought this and you enabled me. I'm so sorry, I forget your name. But she got like matching fabric too, and that's why I need to figure out how to sew, because I want to make project bags. And I really want to I want to have a need or a reason to get this really cool fabric that she got. But I got a mandrake. This is awesome. I've seen this on Instagram, Instagram. A couple people have done this and it just looks so cool. I've seen several variations of this and I think this one's my favorite. It's so cool. And it just gives you like a little, it's backstitched. It just tells you a little bit about the mandrake. Like you're in herbology and you're dissecting a mandrake in front of you, or you have your textbook open. I feel like this is what it looks like. And the Harry Potter nerd inside of me is just like, yes, I need that. And I need all the fabric and all the project bags and matching needle binders to go with it. So that's where I am with that right now. What happened to this pattern? Oh, here we go. Then we have, oh, and this is actually from a different store. This is from Erin Horrors. I think it's Erin Horrors. It's not Irene. It's I-R-E-N. Erin Horrors. But I will link this person's shop down below. And then these two patterns are from the Strawberry Jam person. And I'm excited because she's making a Harry Potter sampler for every Harry Potter book. So far she has 2. She's already confirmed she's working on the 3rd, and she has plans for 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I think these are the cutest Harry Potter samplers I have ever seen, so I bought them, and they're like only a few dollars. So we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone sampler for the first book. So cute. And I love how her sampler, she has 2 so far, you can look at it and you know like exactly what each piece of the sampler is referring to in the book, if you've read the book. So you have the sorting hat, and you have Quidditch, the Quidditch field, and there's the his broom, the Nimbus 2000, and the letter. The letter has stitched in fancy stitches. The letter he gets from Hogwarts telling him he's a wizard, and it's really cool. And then we have the second one, Chamber of Secrets, and this is my last haul that I have to show you guys today. I actually have more, but this is going to be it for this video. This is the Chamber of Secrets, and I love this one just as much. You have the Hogwarts Express. You see this, the basilisk at the bottom. You see Tom Marvolo Riddle. And it's so cool. The Mandrake is in there, Expelliarmus, when he has his duel with Draco. The flying car. So cool. The Phoenix is at the bottom. You guys can see that. But anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed seeing all my haul. I've enjoyed seeing what I bought again because I forgot. But I do have one last thing to mention here. Bear with me while I find my notes. They're somewhere. Where did you go? Alright, I lost my notes, but I feel like I remember. Okay. No, I didn't. Alright. This is it for this video, and then I'll see you next time. But Heather at Confetti Stitcher, her handle is Heather Confetti Stitcher. She's on YouTube and Instagram as Confetti Stitcher. She is so nice. She just asked me this morning if I wanted to do a video with her. I know a lot of you guys have been doing like split screen videos and talking with another YouTuber and doing a couple stitchy videos that way. So I'm not really sure how it's going to look right now, but I said yes. I just don't know how we're going to do it. So I'll figure it out and hopefully we can make that video soon. Since it's her idea, I'm just gonna be like, you go for it and I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. But check her out, give her a like, a follow, subscribe. She doesn't have that many subscribers, which is crazy to me because I think she's awesome and she's been around forever. I feel like she's been doing this longer than me. And while I've been doing this for a while, I don't have nearly as many videos as other people, and she has a lot of the same interests that I do. She's doing the Princesses by Pinky the Pink. She's stitching Aurora right now and she's gorgeous. She's also stitching George Washington with me. She has a panel, I think it's like mostly sky, but she's working on that, and I will be bringing mine to the next stitchy meet. I will do it. Thank God I have 5 years. Little less than 5 years now. I guess it's 4 years and some odd months. But check her out. She's awesome. Go say hi. Watch her video. She's so nice and cool, and she has, like I said, a lot of similar interests. I actually just told her we got basically the exact same haul, which, okay, not really, but yes, because she got the Mermaid Sal from Shannon Christine, and she also got the Stony Creek Pattern of the Month, the current one, the Horrific, what is it, Horrific Banner? Look, I got so much stuff I already forgot. I feel like that's what it's called. What is it? Horrific Halloween Banner. Close. I missed one word. So she got that as well, and she's planning on stitching that as well. I think she's working on a rendition of a Walt Disney World theme park map, and that looks really cool. And she has a lot of other really cool plans and hobbies, and she goes to Disney all the time. She just got back from a Disney cruise. I'm so jealous. So I loved hearing about her experience with that. So, like I said, check her out, follow, subscribe, like, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.